know for a fact has boxed in England before. 10 years ago, would you believe, he was boxing for India in the 2012 Olympic Games as an 18-year-old. Boxed in the Commonwealths in 2014, losing to the Irishman Michael Conlon. Picked up the bronze medal in the World Championships a year later that. Boxed in Rio in the Olympics. Hugely experienced. And reached the quarterfinals at the World Championship last year as well, so it's not as if he's peaked far from it. And this is another one of these guys we talk about, and we seem to be talking about him all the time this afternoon. A definite medal contender.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, representing Pakistan, Suleman, Baloch.
One of three boxers from Pakistan here in Birmingham for this year's Commonwealth Games. Suleman Baloch. We talked about all the experience at the international level that Shivathapa has. Well, this man has certainly dominated domestically. He is a 7-time Pakistan national champion. The big question about him is, can he step up and make a mark on an international stage? We'll find out this afternoon.
Right now I'm gonna guess up cause
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a light welterweight contest fought over 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you first, in the red corner, representing India, Shiva Thapa. And in the blue corner, representing Pakistan, Suleman, Baloch.
So our third contest of this first session here at the Commonwealth Games in boxing features India in the red, Shiva Thapa, the hugely experienced multi-medalist, against Suleman Baloch of Pakistan in the blue. India-Pakistan is one of those natural sporting rivalries that the world does throw up, so that just throws a bit of added spice into this one as well. But a chance, as I said earlier, Barry, for Baloch to show that he can step up and mix it at a higher level now. He's certainly been dominant at home. Can he transfer that dominance onto an international platform?
But he's come out full of confidence, to be fair. And the Tapa's, you see the more fluid boxer, the better natural movement, and he's trying to come in. But he's been caught with that right hand as he's come forward a few times here, Thapa, so he has to be aware. So these Baloch just come in with confidence. Good jab there from Thapa, lovely jab.
It sounds an obvious thing to say, but it's true. You've got to come in believing that you've got a chance of winning. If you don't have that belief in yourself, you really do have no chance. And as you say, Baloch has certainly come in thinking, well, yeah, I've got a chance here. Swung and missed badly with that left hook. Did leave himself open.
Stop. Break, step back.
He came a little bit confident, but now he's allowed Thapa just to get a little bit of flow, a little bit of rhythm to his work, and that's a worry. But once that happens, then he's going to struggle to get back into the fight. So going to keep using that physical size and strength he has. Every time Thapa comes forward, you've got to find that right hand right down the centre of the track.
Just came forward there again, Baloch as well, but that just allowed Thapa just to fire in 4 body shots unanswered. It's one thing pressing forward, but if you're going to be caught as you're pushing forward and not throw anything yourself, that's not so good. And at the moment, Thapa is doing a nice job of making his opponent miss. And then picks up the right hand. Still pressing forward, isn't he, Baloch?
He is. He's trying to put Thapa under a bit of pressure, just the accuracy's not quite there. Thapa just has enough just to take a little half a lean back.
Oh, it is such a gulf in terms of experience, isn't it? You know, you think of Thapa as a teenager boxing in the Olympics a decade ago, whereas Baloch is really stepping it up here. And you can see that experience. You know, he looks calm, he looks poised.
Keep your head up, Ray.
Also, just having that knowledge, just to know just when to do enough in rounds where they might be quite close, just enough to throw a little combination. And keep that lateral movement just to make people miss, and obviously, you know, make things clear. As you see there, making Baloch miss with that right hand. A good first round there from Thapa.
And for the first time at the Commonwealth Games boxing, the judges are going to have to do some work. We've heard a bell. Our first two contests, if you've just joined us late, they ended with first round stoppages.
Suleman.
Just showing the quality in the left hand there from Thapa, just judging the distance and the range early on. Baloch trying to close that gap and work forward, but the accuracy just not quite there. So he's doing the right thing. He's trying to close the space, be aggressive, just on point. Is the quicker hands and better lateral movement there of Thapa edging in probably that first round, you would have thought.
The boxers and the corners will know those scores as well. So if you lose the first round, I mean, the equation's very simple. You've got to win the next two.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword, that, knowing the scores, because you know you have to do a good right hand there from Baloch there. That's a good shot, but you also might force just the pace and get yourself in trouble. Walk onto a shot, you know, where you think, oh, I need to do more work, and then you lose your shape a little bit. So,
Not a danger that you're going to feel a bit sorry for yourself when one of the judges gives you a 10-8 against you. And as you say, Baloch knows he's got to come out and do something about this.
but without walking onto shots.
Stop! Box.
Lovely, sharp left hand from Thapa at the end of that exchange as well.
And then when Baloch come try and pay him back, he got tagged with a right hand there off Thapa. Again, when you've got a fluent boxer like Thapa, the last thing you want to do is get him into his rhythm. Once he went that, it's so hard to knock him out to that then.
Got caught again with a counter right hand there with Baloch. Picked another clever shot there, Thapa.
Stop! Stop!
It's getting what Baloch does. He throws a shot and he's trying to be aggressive, but the head's in the air. He squares his feet up a little, squares his shoulders up more than his feet, and that gives Thapa the opportunity there to throw that right hand over the top, jump in with the left hook, and just pick him off a little bit.
Head up, Rick. Stop!
Yeah, I mean, that is just slick. That's really neat. I mean, he set the trap, and poor old Baloch just walked headfirst into it, didn't he?
Yeah, lovely of a body movement there from Thapa.
That's demoralising. You're the guy that's been made to look the mug like that. He's got to forget about it.
Well, look at it, boxing in spurts here, making the guy miss, frustrating him, making him tense up, and then when he jumps in the attack there, you can read it, make him miss, and just make him pay.
Well, the winner of this one is scheduled to box the young Scotsman Rhys Lynch. That is some contest in a round of 16. I mean, you know, you could argue that's a medal match right there, but one of those two will not be anywhere near a medal. At the moment, it's sulemanbaloch who looks like he's nowhere near a medal because everything is going wrong for him. Take a point off.
Yeah, point deduction as well. That just makes it hard. Again, that's all those things that make you tense up, you panic. I think you got to force the pace a little bit more now because you lost the first round, you're losing this round, and a point deduction.
Well, it's a knockout or nothing for him in the third round. Simple as that. He's certainly not winning this round. He wasn't winning it before the point deduction. And he's just in a comfort zone here, shivathapa.
I'm good. Very good.
Very good, very good.
He does that lovely left hook there. He throws a combination, but he leans out when he takes a step out when he throws that left hook. Again, just the awareness and knowing where Baloch is when he's coming forward, trying to be aggressive. Thapa just knows he can just dip low. Again, better head movement, faster hands. He's fluent, he's relaxed. Just seeing here with a little bit of the point deduction there.
He'd annoyed the referee a couple of times earlier, and that was enough for the point deduction. It's a stoppage or nothing.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So this will be interesting to see where Shiva Thapa and how he manages the contest. So you watch the Cubans at the Olympics, they put the first 2 rounds in the bank and they just coasted through the 3rd round. You know, just conserved their energy, stayed out of trouble. As you say, there is that risk if you do take too much off, you might just get tagged with something, but the Cubans knew exactly what they were doing. I wonder how much effort Thapa will put into this 3rd round, or whether he'll just be happy just to coast his way and stay safe and clean.
I think he just does what he did the last one. I think he was relatively coasted the fight, let's be honest. I think the first round, you know, the first minute of the first round was a bit intense for him, but once he found where he was, I think he's been comfortable ever since. And even that 2nd round, where Baloch is trying to move forward, trying to make an effort, but just doesn't have the skill set really to put Thapa under any real sustained trouble. So I think Thapa just goes along, goes about his business like he has. Fleet-footed, make you miss, flick him the odd left hook, and there goes, nice sharp right hand. Lovely. Talk about amateur boxers, make you miss, make you pay. There it is.
Yeah, it really was. He loaded up, didn't he? Baloch hoped to try and get the big one. Got through with the right hand there.
Keep your head up.
And then was, yeah, he falls in after he lands a shot.
Brings that right. Because he's tense, it means he's fully committed to overcommit with the shot, which means you bring that right foot forward with the right hand. And when you relax and loose, you don't do that. But then when you know the score, you know you're losing, you tend to panic creeps in.
Yeah, made his man miss again there. Thapa. Baloch still just out of range, still looking, still pressing. As I say, you've got to bring some quality with the pressing, and that's where Baloch has been let down.
The tap was clever, isn't he? You know, you've got a lovely smooth rhythm to his work, so he just knows where he is all the time. He can throw a punch off almost any movement he's at.
Well, inside the final minute, and it is playing out as we thought it might, Barry. Yeah, a national level guy going up against a seasoned international level guy, and it shows.
But he won't have this comfort with Reece Lynch in the next round, that's for sure. He's got a guy there who's obviously coming off the crest of the wave already with that medal in the World Championship, and a guy with a long reach, going to be aggressive coming forward, and Tad hit himself in his own right, so it's going to be a really fascinating fight.
Yeah, it really will.
Oh, good shot.
Lovely right hand, yeah. I mean, as if there was any doubt about which way this one was going to go. Again, a little touch of class there in the last few seconds from Shiva Thapa. A lovely right hand. Barry Jones almost out of his chair when that one landed. He appreciated it. Well, there won't be any drama about the scorecards here. The only question is how wide are they going to have it. One of the judges has made it 10-8 and 10-7 with the round off, but with the point off, excuse me. But I don't think Suleman Baloch will feel too hard done by, because a boxer knows when he's second best, and the Pakistan man has been second best today.
Yeah, and you lose. You know, I think what you lose by on the points is almost irrelevant in a 3-round contest. If you know you've lost, and he will feel that. You see how they go, especially the first round and a half. He really tried to force it on Thapa. He just coming a guy with too much seasoning, too much ability, too much lateral movement, all those things that were a nightmare for Baloch. It proved to be the case today. So Thapa moves on. You know, that wealth of experience, the ability as well.
We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, Shiva Thapa.
The only possible outcome. And a very, very wide points winner on all cards as well. So he advances to the round of 16. Where Scotland, in the shape of Reece Lynch, await. Suleman Baloch hopefully will take plenty from this experience in Birmingham with him. Back to Pakistan. But it's Thapa who will be moving on.